Cameron Gill to the plate, a chance to walk it off.
This game, man, this game will just make you crazy.
Binghamton has scored 6 straight runs over these last 2 innings to tie the game at 8. Bases loaded for Cameron Gill. First pitch, deep to right. And that ball is off the wall.
Morales scores. And Cameron Gill, the hero on this Saturday night at the couch. Houston launches this. Carrying out of the ballpark. A grand slam for Merrick Houston. Jay versus Jay, and it's Jay Wetherington on a roller. Blackwell backhand. Nice. In time to first. Jamar Williams defensively took advantage of his opportunity, the top half of the 6th, as he rolls this into left. It's his first collegiate hit, and it drives home Jack Winay. 5 Ks already for the flame-throwing righty Chase Burns. There's number 6. We move on to the bottom of the 3rd. 6 Ks for Chase Burns. Demon Deacons lead at 5-0. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Throw back to 3rd. Got him! Gill on the money.
Let's play 2. Yesterday's storms have cleared the area, and we are all set for a Saturday afternoon twin bill as top-ranked Wake Forest welcomes an upset-minded Binghamton Bearcat squad, the preseason favorites in the America East Conference. Hi, everybody. Thrilled to have you with us at the couch alongside former MLB All-Star Larry Sorensen. My name is John Gross. Hey, Larry, bad weather, changing schedules, that's baseball.
Everything about baseball is adjustments. Are you going to adjust on the field to your position, to what the pitcher's throwing you? And so off the field, you have to do the same thing. And when you're a team that's on the road, like Binghamton is, it's a little bit more of adjustment. They've got a lot of travel left ahead of them, but you got to take one night off, double up the next day. It's constantly making those changes.
Let's start with this Bearcat team. Mike Gunning has led the way for them offensively, the reigning conference player of the week.
Well, it's one thing to hit 390 plus when you're a right fielder, but it's another thing to have 3 out of the 5 home runs that your team has hit. So he leads him in power and in average. He's a player that can do a number of different things. Big junior year for him.
Meanwhile, for Wake Forest, we knew that transfers would play a major role this season for the Demon Deacons. Adam Tellier has filled that void nicely.
Well, he's come in and filled the void at third base, and he had big shoes that he had to step into. But he's a real high-energy guy. He gives them a lot of life, both defensively and on the base pads. He started off leading off, and they moved him to the number 2 hole. And with Merrick Houston leading off now, it's been a real plus for the Deacs.
Well, with today being a doubleheader, Binghamton has the unenviable task of facing 2 of the best arms in the nation. And game 1, they will face the lefty Josh Hartle.
5-0 lead for Wake Forest. You get a look at the scoreboard here at the couch. It's become one of the toughest venues for opponents to win at. 12 straight wins for Wake Forest, and they're up right now in large part due to the performance of Chase Burns. 6 strikeouts on just 41 pitches through 3 innings so far.
Doing everything you have to.
Now facing the top of the order, Tommy Reifler. Burns, native of Hendersonville, Tennessee. But he was actually born in Naples, Italy. And we talked about before, Burns will be one of the highest picks in the draft. There have only been 7 Italian-born MLB players ever, and only 1 since 1962. You're welcome to try to guess if you want, but
no.
Alex Liddy of the Mariners, 2011 to 2013, he played in the big leagues. He's the only Italian-born player since 1962 in the bigs. Well, here's a base knock for Reifler as that goes into the corner, and he's in there with the stand-up double.
All right, well, since my son is an attorney, as we look at this little slap base hit to left field, dribbles down the line for a double. My son, the attorney, would say, now is that Italian born being of Italian heritage, or
Just Italian born, I think.
okay.
Born in Italy. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Burns grew up in Tennessee, but born in Naples, Italy.
I knew that it listed Naples. I didn't know the backstory, and that's a good one.
Well, here's another guy with some MLB ties. Christian Perez,
Yeah.
the son of 8-year MLB veteran Timo Perez.
I'm huge on heritage and lineage and having baseball background.
Perez, bouncer. Oh, it's like an awkward hop, and Burns' throw is a split second late.
Just so much spin on that ball that when it hit the turf, it took a little 8-inch detour away from Burns, and he was kind of beat before he started.
Here's Devin Bate. And Larry, you mentioned lineage and baseball in the family. Both of these head coaches have sons who either play or have played for them in the past. And Coach Zanicki of Binghamton, his son Tanner, is now on the coaching staff. Bate lays down the bunch, and no, that hit him.
We'll call it a foul ball. Tom Walter's going to come out to ask why.
John Mang is our home plate umpire.
And now the umpires are going to confer. And I would assume that this is going to be discussed and or replayed.
Yeah, that
Yep,
seems like it hit
did
him.
Bounce off of his foot in the batter's box. Interesting that down 5-0. They're looking for anything to get the ball in play and get a run in.
Bade now behind 0-2.
Of course, that gives you a pretty good reason why they're
Yes.
looking for some kind of contact.
Burns has 6 strikeouts. His season high is 10.
50 pitches at this point.
There's number 7.
And that's why you think about putting the ball in play any way you possibly can. I just gassed him up.
99 of the radar gun, 51 pitches in. Sends up Evan Sullivan with 1 down and runners in the corners.
And keep in mind, that's the third hitter in the lineup who generally is your most consistent hitter, generally speaking, your best hitter.
Bade's been up there for this team, and he was a guy who was in the 5 spot, but moved up to the 3 spot with the injury to Nick Rosselli, who was Binghamton's best player. Burns looking for back-to-back Ks. Again, yes. Runner goes, and no throw. Gill eats it. So 2 in scoring position for Binghamton.
Got a good jump.
The 1-2. Breaking ball, slow roller, and the run will score. So it's an RBI ground out by Evan Sullivan, and the Bearcats are on the board.
Went off speed on him and just quickened the bat up enough to make contact. Softly hit.
So here's Mike Gunning. And remember back to game one, it was Wake Forest in the driver's seat, 6-0. And the Bearcats started to claw their way back in large part due to Mike Gunning with his 2 home runs. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Throw back to third. Got him! Gill on the money. And that wraps up the top of the 4th. Bottom 4 after this. This highlight reel toss and tag. Gill to Tellier.